Hello Arundel, Year 6s, parents, grandparents, teachers. So good to be a part of your celebration evening. Wow, what a celebration evening of a difference. I've been asked by Mr. Simpson to talk to you about how do we move on after COVID with some tips from the life of Jesus. And so here I am on a boat, and I looked at the different aspects of Jesus hanging out on boats, and I thought, I wonder if there's anything we can learn from that as we set sail into this new world post-COVID, but with that fear lurking always in the background. So I want to share with you a few stories that are 2,000 years old but apply to today as well. So here we are in the beautiful setting on the water, and you've got to go back 2,000 years to when Jesus, aged about 30, was walking along a shore and there was a boat. It was slightly out at sea, and on it were some fishermen. And those fishermen were doing their job that they'd done all their life and that they were called to, until this guy, this rabbi, this Jesus shouts out, "Guys, put down your nets and come and follow me." And the way the Bible describes it is almost like instantaneously they put down their nets and they come into the shore and they leave behind so much of their old and they go to something new. You left behind your classes when we went into lockdown, and you had to go into something new. You went into something new at home, studying. You went into something new in how to work out your friendships. And now, summer's here, but in September, you're going to go on to new secondary schools. And you're going to have to leave some things behind. Also on the shore were some other fishermen, Peter, and they were fixing their nets. And Jesus said to them, "Guys, stop what you're doing and come and hang out with me." And they also left things behind. And there's three key words I want us to dwell on tonight or today, or whenever you watch this. The words fear, the words trust, and the words hope. Fear's been around a lot, isn't it? Frightened of what we can touch and who we can hug and how we can hug, and fear of this tiny, tiny little COVID that has transformed this world. And Jesus was on a boat with those very disciples, and he was asleep because Jesus was human. He was born into this world, and he was human, and he was knackered and tired and exhausted, and he was asleep. And this big storm came, and you've heard me tell the storm story before, but it was a massive storm, and these fishermen were so scared of it, they frightened they were going to die. Fear had taken hold of them, so much so that they woke Jesus up and said, "What are you going to do about this? What are you going to do about this?" And he rubbed his eyes, and he stretched his arm, and he looked at the storm, and he looked at his disciples whom he loved, and he said, "Peace be with you." The storm stopped just like that, and the sun came out like it is now, and peace, like this water, took the place of the waves that were crashing. You see, fear is real. Fear in our lives has been more real than it's ever been before, and many people have tried to fight fear, and that's exhausting, that's tiring. What we need to learn to do is how to come alongside fear, how to get to know fear. So fear, when it gets hold of the steering wheel, it can take our lives in a direction that causes chaos and crashes. And you know what? We have to help fear take its hand off the steering wheel. We try not to kick it out of the boat because we get tired of fighting fear, but we say, "Fear, take a seat. I'm in charge, this is my life, and I want to take the direction. I'll have words from my friends and from my family and my faith if I've got one, but I'm going to steer." And so slowly people are learning to how to help fear take its hands off the steering wheel and find a new direction, with fear in their lives, but not in control of their lives. And then the next word is trust. You see, there was another story with a boat. There's lots of boats going on. And there was another storm. And Jesus needed a bit of respite again. He'd gone up, his best friend had just died. He'd just fed 5,000. He needed a bit of a breather. So he went up to a mountain and sent his disciples off on the boat. And then early morning, it was dark and stormy. And the disciples, again, were in fear mode, but perhaps because of the miracle they'd just seen a few days earlier, they saw this person walking on water. They thought it was a ghost, and they started to be scared again. And they shouted, "Are you a ghost?" And Jesus said, "Don't be frightened, boys. Take courage. It's me." And Peter, being Peter, said, "Jesus, can I come and join you?" And he stepped out of the boat and onto the water. Now, this is not something we practice regularly. I mean, we love jumping into water when it's safe and when it's careful. And we've all tried walking on water when we were little, haven't we? Running into the pool and we always sink. But this story, this symbol of Peter having the courage to step out, finding strength, trusting in Jesus, even though halfway through he sinks. And that's okay, that's the humanity. Things will go wrong, but we do have to trust in people. And right now your secondary schools are getting them ready for you. They're putting plans in place so that when you arrive, you'll be as safe as possible. And things might go wrong, but we have to trust. There's no good staying locked down for the rest of our lives. We have to step out that front door. We have to walk into that classroom. And we do that because we trust the school that you're going to. At TLA where I work, the work has been going on for weeks, and now over the summer even harder, to welcome you all back in September into a place where you have to trust us, that we've got things right and ready for you. And then my final word is hope. Wasn't it beautiful that one of the early images of lockdown in Windows was a rainbow? It appeared on Windows as children started to use the images of a rainbow, the colour and the sense of hope that the rainbow brought, that things won't always be like this. And of course that's another image from a story that transcends different faiths and is a story that's been going on through generations. There was a great flood and individuals found hope in a boat, and then a rainbow appeared as that symbol, as a promise and a hope. And Jesus referred to that as that, I am the hope. Put your trust in me and hope, because we all need to know that there will be better days. And hope is something where often we just feel at our lowest, and we need to say, do you know what? There is going to be a different place, a different world, a different situation. And that symbol of the rainbow is that hope. But also there's another symbol of hope that you may not have known about. And that symbol is one of these. It's an anchor. And all of these boats you see around you, they have an anchor. Why? So that if they want to stop, particularly if they want to stop when it gets a bit stormy, they can throw that anchor overboard and attach the boat and know that boat will have security. And the early Christians, when the Romans were persecuting Christians, they used the symbol of the anchor as their kind of secret way of saying, above their door, there was a picture of an anchor. And if you saw that and you were a Christian, you could go there and seek refuge if someone was persecuting you because of your faith. The symbol of an anchor says safety, says stability. And it's a sign of hope that's been used, like the rainbow, for years. But you know what? It's time to pull up the anchor. In September, it will be time to pull up the anchor. We can't stay indoors, we can't stay at home anymore. It will be time to pull up the anchor, to go into whatever this next adventure is of your secondary school, your year 7, and all of the challenges that you'll face, and all of the difficulties, and all of the new friends that you'll make, and all of the laughter that you'll have, and all the new learning that you'll have. You're going to be stronger young people as a result of this experience. You will have understood fear, and you'll be coming to terms with it. You're learning new ways of trusting people, situations, communities, and you've got hope. Hope that this world is going to get better, that the world that you're in and the part you're playing in it will make a real difference. And yes, there will be times to throw the anchor out again and to find a bit of sturdiness when the waves and the storms come. But September, pull up that anchor and step out into the new world that awaits you of secondary school. It's been so good to chat with you tonight. I hope you have a great rest of the evening celebration, and I look forward to seeing you at TLA, welcoming you, but also hearing how your stories go in all your new adventures. God bless you all. Take care. See you soon. So, do you remember when you're in the swimming pools there and you try and walk on water? Well, I'm going to pretend to be Peter today, and I'm going to have a go at walking on water. Don't worry, everything I'm wearing is waterproof. Bit nerve-wracking though. It's wet. I'm going to go for it. Yes! See, it's possible. We can all walk home.
You cheated, Dad.
You caught me out.
Yeah.